What's up, guys? We are up bright and early today for two reasons, actually. One, I am warming up the 97 because it just hasn't been cranked in a while and I'm letting it run. And two, we are finally taking this 99 to get it aligned and finishing out this coilover thing so I can let you guys know what I thought of it. What's up, guys? So we're at the alignment shop now, having the car aligned. There she goes, off to be aligned. And so I'm just kind of waiting and watching. I'll show you a couple weird things though in this place. This place has a record player just out in the lobby. It's kind of weird. But anyway, so the car's back now being aligned. Then when I get it back, if everything's good, we'll do some driving impressions. I'll let you know what these coilovers are like on the ground aligned correctly. Okay, so back in the car, it's been aligned. So the first little drive that we're gonna do here is with the coilover setup the way they recommend starting out, which is about 15 clicks, so it's like dead in the middle. So we're gonna just take it out to the road here. Okay, and my first impressions, ride quality wise, kind of a mixed bag. I've definitely ridden in cars with coilovers that were worse than these, but my initial impression is they're a little harsh. Driving this over this is, I would say, a slightly bumpy road, but nothing too bad. I'm feeling a whole lot of the bumps, which tells me the bound dampening is probably a bit more than it should be. And that feeling that you get when you hit a bump and the car jerks back up, that is inadequate rebound dampening. Now, to me, the way this feels, it's got a little too much bound dampening and not quite enough rebound dampening. It's moderately comfortable. I'm not being just beaten to death, but at the same time, is it daily driver comfortable? Probably depends on your roads, but if you have really bad roads, I would probably not recommend them. But this middle setting is, I would call it livable, but not perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to find a place to stop here, and we're going to set them full firm and just see how uncomfortable these things can be. Okay, so after a quick little stop, I've switched these to full firm now, all the way turned in. So, see what this feels like. Let me get up to speed here. I would say I can already tell you this is not the setting. One of two things is happening right now, and you may be able to see in the video, there's a whole lot of this. One of two things is happening with these coilovers right now. Either the high speed rebound dampening is so bad that just every little bit of anything is just bouncing off of it, or the coilovers are so stiff in bound and rebound that I'm actually feeling the car bounce on the tires themselves. But overall, I would have to say set full firm. These are pretty terrible. It does beat you quite a bit on every little turn or every little bump, and the car does not stay settled. I would be very apprehensive to take a hard turn in the car with the suspension set up this way, because any little bounce and the car is going to skip right out of traction. You should never feel a car rebound that hard, because that will actually upset the tires and will cost you grip. That is the opposite of what you want coilovers to feel like. And I'll try to take a couple turns a little hard here in a second, but just in general, the car feels really bad, really floaty, really disconnected, like there's very little suspension travel, and I am just sort of bouncing all over the place. Yeah, I've got to say that I am definitely not a fan. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find another place to stop. We're going to switch it to full soft and see what that's like. Okay, so after another quick stop, I have switched the suspension to full soft, and now gonna see what we've got. Okay, first impression, this is way better than full firm. I am not feeling that jounce that I felt earlier, which makes me think that the reason why that jounce was there was that the rebound dampening was way too strong and was actually keeping it from being able to absorb impacts. It was just hopping instead. Also, it's possible that having the low speed, which is your longer stroke, dampening be softer, may help the high speed dampening not being so great still work out pretty good. But so far, I've got to say it's feeling better. I haven't hit any big bumps yet. So, well, that was a fair-sized bump, actually. Right now, though, I've got to say it's pretty comfortable. This is on par with, if not, no, honestly, I've got to say this is a little better than the DNA springs with AGX struts as far as comfort goes. I'm not sure how good it's going to do in more dynamic settings, but I have to say it's comfort-wise, so far it's feeling pretty good. Let me just get up here where I can try to mess around a little bit more, and we will see what we've got. Yeah, I would say overall the spring rates feel pretty good. Car feels responsive. It definitely acts like it wants to turn, but it's staying super flat even when pushed pretty hard, even in full soft mode, which takes a little more of the strut out of the mix. So spring rates I'm happy with. In full soft, ride quality is pretty good. It's not quite as good as what I felt on some Coney coilovers, but it's about where I would say the ride comfort level was with my 240 on Stance GR Plus Pros. So that's acceptable. Right now I'm on a fairly flat, fairly smooth road, and I really don't feel much of anything. This is, for me, and keep in mind I'm used to stiff cars, but for me, this is acceptably comfortable. I'm actually okay with the way this feels right now. So let me get up here to my next stop and think about this for a minute, and I will give you guys a wrap up as far as your ride quality and stuff goes. So, final thoughts after my first good full drive of trying out some different settings. I think that the higher end of the stiffness settings are completely worthless, and there is no reason to ever turn these above probably 15 clicks up from full soft. The reason being, whether it is a problem with the balance of the dampening, because you are adjusting everything at once with only the single knob, but whether it's a problem with the balance between the dampening or the fact that the dampening is just too much, anything over about 15, you are honestly going to slow the car down when it comes to handling, because that jounce, that rebound that's just sudden like that will do nothing for the car but break traction. It will unsettle the car. It will lose grip. So the upper end of this is worthless, and that's common of cheaper coilovers, which these are. Let's do remember these are only $1,000 coilovers, and for most popular platforms, that's their introductory level coilovers. Good coilovers are generally $4,000 or $5,000. So considering that these are way on the cheap end, they're about what you would expect them to be. In the lower range, the first 15 clicks from full soft, I do think these are very usable, and probably better than most of the other suspension options that we have. I would put them similar to the AGXs in dampening, with the ability to go a little more aggressive, which is probably good. And they are, if you ride around with them in full soft, they are comfortable enough. You could probably daily drive this, as long as it's not, you know, completely slammed to the ground so that you're scraping everything you drive over. So that being said, these are pretty good coilovers. They're not $4,000 coilovers. So if you're expecting $4,000 coilovers, don't buy these, you'll be disappointed. But compared to other $1,000 coilovers, these are pretty good. I had a set of Powered by Max coilovers that were in the same price range for my 240, and they were 100% garbage. These are at least considerably better than those. So overall, I think I'm pretty happy. It's definitely better than the iBot combo that I had on here. So not too bad, but I'm not quite done yet. We've got one more surprise ahead, as I mentioned earlier on. So let's take a look at that, and I'll show you what I've got. So here's the car as it sits right now. Looks pretty good, but I did promise you guys a surprise, and there is, I think, one more thing it needs. Let me just wipe the slings off. And these are the surprise I had in mind. These are Sport Edition. I believe they were Pt.2s. They are 18 by 8s, and I've got them wrapped in some Tiger Paw tires at the moment. And they are actually 245, 45, 18s, which I think looks way better on the car and has a lot better rubber on the ground. But all the specs aside, let's just look at these. And there you have it. We have finally reached the end of this video. I think the car looks a lot better this way. And with the coilover set to full soft, it's honestly still rides really good too. So I'm really happy with the car in general. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the new look and the coilovers and everything. I know this has been a long video. The only other thing I want to say is part of the reason why I chose these wheels is they were only 21 pounds a piece, which is a little heavy. But compared to the other stuff Tire Rack had, this was actually a lot lighter, and I like the way they look, but they're also lightweight, and weight is really important when it comes to wheel and tire setups. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because this video is like crazy long already. So if you made it to the end, also let me know. Drop this video a like, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.